by Amber Rodriguez.
I'm Amber Rodriguez, hosting EWC Cultural News Today. Today, I'll be continuing my in-depth coverage of the fast fashion industry trends taking over social media for Generation Z. But there's also this battle for balance, as Gen Z is also known for environmental activism. Last segment, I gave you insight about the fast fashion industry and its trendiness altogether. There's also an upbringing interest in thrifting and recycling, as it's boosted sales for local thrift stores in Omaha and Lincoln. According to Janelle Ellis, the Director of Retail Operations of Goodwill Omaha, the nonprofit organization's sales of the area rose 20% in 2021. Even though the organization closed for 8 weeks in 2020 due to COVID-19 concerns, donations skyrocketed once stores reopened. A mix of people cleaning out their closets, the shift of economic status, and clothing sustainability awareness factored into the surge. Ellis was grateful for the community's contributions, but specifically, the economic awareness promoted by a young age group impressed her. Ellis said, "The pandemic has really sparked this Gen Z generation of just falling in love with thrifting again. And I think that's totally awesome. They really look at how they want to spend their money, and they want it to go to a good cause like Goodwill." The thrift rush also affected Plato's Closet, a trendy used clothing store chain targeted towards young adults. Thomas Brizendine, a store manager at Plato's Closet Lincoln, was shocked the location store sales rose 35% in 2021. He also agreed Gen Z's awareness of sustainability contributed to the sales increase. What set Plato's Closet different from Goodwill is its selective clothing. Brizendine said employees follow a trend guide of seasonal styles to resell and receive donations. While certain brands that have been popular throughout the years, like American Eagle and Lululemon, SHEIN's clothing brand is resold to the store in a surplus amount. They received so much SHEIN clothing that within a few months, they created a rack dedicated to the brand. Brizendine said, "Trends come and go so fast, you don't get enough time to collect to put a whole display out. SHEIN has been something different that's really exploded. We do have quite a bit of that clothing." The brand popularity made its way to Plato's Closet top 10 most selected brands brought in by customers within the year. While this popularity is good for business, the concern for the life cycle of a clothing piece is also valued by business owners. Ellis said, "I know there's been a lot of push on social media and the internet about stopping that fast fashion because it ends up somewhere, right? The thrift trend prevents clothing from ending up in trash and landfills, following an environmental concern and value by Gen Z. Some envision this young community will continue those sustainability efforts for the future." Melissa Morales, a Gen Z consumer of thrifting and shopping at Lincoln, Nebraska, said, "I'd hope people would start reusing clothing, but I can see it going into a positive direction if people make the right decisions of what they wear. Shopping 100% ethical can be difficult depending on budget, style, and favorite influencers. But Gen Z's overall clothing decisions will determine the future of fast fashion, local businesses, and the environment." Abigail Ryder, the recruitment chair for Sustain UNL, the organization dedicated to sustainability and environmental concern, said, "We definitely have the opportunity to take where the trends are right now and push them in a direction of thrifting and ethical standards. And because we have control of the fashion market right now, I think we need to use that to our advantage by pushing these companies to do better." I'm Amber Rodriguez, your host for EWC Cultural News Today, and this is part 2 of Gen Z's battle between environmental concerns and SHEIN's trends.
You've been listening to EWC Cultural News Today, hosted by Amber Rodriguez. If you'd like to make suggestions, email us at ewcfacts@gmail.com. That's ewcfacts@gmail.com. This has been an EWC Communication production.